What's going down, everybody? Jared RedRacer video. Thanks for joining me for another one today. Today's video, guys, yet another viewer request. I had somebody ask, will you make a video about next year's plans for the car? What are the modifications you plan to do? And what events do you plan to run? So kind of forced me to think about those things because I'll be honest, I hadn't yet given that a lot of thought. But today's video, what are the modification plans or the plans for the car next year? What events are we going to run? And we're doing that right now. Like I said, everybody, thanks for joining me for another one. Real quick, yeah, my sweater's lighting up. We had an ugly sweater contest coming. My wife bought me this sweater. I'll be honest, I've actually come to really like this sweater. I'm feeling a little festive this year. I've decided I'm going to keep things positive. It's my first year without mom and dad. Actually, my second year. But the holidays just suck. You know, I'll be honest. It's kind of a little bit more challenging when your parents are gone. So I've really decided that I was going to do my best to stay in a positive state of mind. This sweater makes me happy, so by God, I'm wearing this sweater. So yeah, my sweater's lighting up, so what? Say something. Anyways, guys, like I told you before, today's video is about what we're gonna do with the car, what the plans are, what events we're gonna run, what modifications we're gonna run. Real quickly, guys, if this is your first time on this channel about car stuff, I'm a car guy, I've been doing car stuff forever, mostly GM performance. If there's other stuff you guys wanna know, I do have a pretty broad base of knowledge. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, guys, please like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell next to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos come out. But now that we got our YouTube stuff out of the way, let's get back into it. What plans do we have for this car coming up in the next year? And what events do I want to take the car to? So first thing we'll talk about is modifications, guys. After having that question brought to my attention, or having that question brought up, kind of had me thinking. I went down to JDP. I was missing a few of my invoices, kind of went through all the things we've done to the car and kind of decided, you know, where do we want to take the car and what do we want to do? And to give you, just to be quite honest, I kind of went like ham sandwich on this car already last year. You know, I didn't really like bring you guys videos with every modification we did because the car was JDP for a good part of the year. So we kind of just did everything. And I don't mean, you know, I don't say that to like be arrogant or anything, but we truly have done just about everything you can do to this car performance-wise. The bottom end is built, the turbos are on, the intake manifold is done, all the valve train is done with the best stuff you can get. Johnson short travel lifters, I mean, we've gone through and we've done everything. The driveline is the DSS driveline, we've kind of done everything else that way. The only stock pieces left on the car, and I'll kind of cut that part of it short because this video would get really long, and I do plan to make a video that just tells you guys exactly what is on this car. But to make it easy, the only stock pieces left in this car are the transmission and the rear differential, but almost every single thing else on this car has been changed out. So getting back to the modifications I plan to make to this car, driver mod. Like that is the biggest modifications, truthfully, the biggest modification rather, that I can make on this car. It's driver mod. I need to learn how to drive this car. I need to learn how to use 929 wheel horsepower. In fairness, the 929 wheel horsepower tune is probably only going to be my kill tune. You know, I'll take it out. I'll have that tune loaded in it when I'm going to go out and do a rally, and I'm going to, you know, line up against some really fast stuff. I do think we're going to turn it up a little bit more. Probably make it, you know, somewhere a little bit closer to 1,000 wheel. Hopefully, Jordan will honestly have the final say on that. But that will have a kill tune for the car for when I want to go and take and just beat up on exotics and stuff like that. Taz, stop barking. One of those shits who's driving me nuts. But so I will have that tune and I will have that ability. But we're probably not going to run that tune that much of the time. I have been, for the last couple of months, I've been running on a tune that's significantly less power. I've only been on 91 instead of E85 because it's cold here. I don't like storing it with E85. I'll run a little thing up here showing you why I don't like running E85 in the car when it's cold. So we've been on pump gas and we've been on a bunch less boost. So, I mean, realistically, I've only been driving the car around recently on like 700 wheel. And it keeps up with a lot of really fast cars at 700 wheel. So, again, getting back to the driver mod part of it, I need to learn how to put that power to the ground. I need to learn how to autocross this car with that kind of power. I need to learn how to road course this car with that kind of power. And then, you know, I do want to go and put the car on a drag strip. I've got Mickey Thompson 20-inch drag radials. I'm not going to go crazy on the drag radials, the drag racing setup. Not to knock drag racing or anything, but it's not what I built the car for. It's not what I get the most enjoyment out of. You know, it's fun to go and do, and I do want to see the car run, you know, a good... I'm pretty confident this car is capable of a decent mid to low 9-second time. I just don't know if it'll do it on a 20-inch drag radial. So, I mean, the power is there to honestly run it probably in the high 8s, in my opinion, but I'm not going to have the setup on the car to facilitate that time. So the goal for me on a drag strip, guys, getting back to like what the goals are or what I plan to do with the car, the goal for me on a drag strip next year is to run a 9.3. If I could run like a 9.3, 9.2, 9.1, I'd be really, really happy on a 20-inch drag reel. And I think the car's got the power to do it. But again, driver mod is going to be needed there because I have not drag raced this car on twin turbo. So it'll be a learning curve. The biggest stuff I want to be good at next year is autocross. I want to be really good at autocross. I want to be really good at road course. And I want to be good at speed stop type events. And for those of you who don't know, speed stop is basically where you drag race down to the end of a lot, make a hairpin turn, come back, hit a little chicane, and then stop your car right in this little box. And you know, it sounds easy in your head until you go out there to do it. And it's like split seconds that matter, you know, trying to park your car in that box. So kind of transforming me into my next section of this video, guys. LS Fest West is my plan for next year, for sure. It's close to me. It's down in Vegas. I can get there without too much hassle. I won't have a truck and trailer to drag this around next year, more than likely. So unless you guys start watching these videos a lot more and telling your friends, wink, wink, hint, hint. But you know, it's probably, you know, I'm probably a little ways away from having like a truck and trailer to haul this thing around. I've been, you know, borrowing Jeremy's truck from JDP, and he's more than willing to let me do that. But I just feel bad doing that, and I don't want to have to do that all the time. So next year, honestly, guys, it's going to be kind of just a year of maintaining, keeping this car running, getting the tune fine-tuned, because I need to get that dialed in a little bit. Now that it's a little bit colder and we're on pump gas, it's a little leaner than we want it. We really only tuned it for E85, and just that's kind of where we had it at the end of last year. And now I'm running pump in it, and we need to fine-tune that. So I want to get the car dialed in. I want to get the car running exactly the way I want, get the transmission tuned the way we want. And then after that, it's just really learning how to drive the car. I do plan to do Optima. A lot of you guys watching these videos are probably Optima guys or know about Optima. I do want to run in some Optima events next year, at least one. I can't say for sure which ones those will be yet. I'd like to do Fontana for a number of reasons. It's at the end of the year. Hopefully some of the fast guys already have their invites. And hopefully by the end of next year, I've got more seat time and I've learned how to autocross this car and road course this car a little better, because we've got a local track here that I can go run it on the road course. So hopefully by that time, by Fontana next year, I'll not exactly, but I will have some kind of an understanding of what this car is capable of, what I'm capable of, and hopefully by that time, you know, we love each other enough that I can go down there and perform well and maybe sneak into the Invitational at the end of the year. But if not, and I just get to run one Optima event, that would be cool too. For those of you who don't know, I ended up making 2 of their episodes for this year. We were on Pikes Peak, even though we didn't get to run much because they had the boost leak because of the problems we had with the kit that we were provided. And then we also had another boost leak when we went to Fontana. I did get to run a majority of the Fontana though, so we broke at the very end of that one. So it was really cool. Got me some good exposure. I was able to get on TV and get on TV quite a bit. Detroit Speed had cameras on the car because of the suspension that's on there. So, you know, Lucas Oil TV had GoPros on the car a lot. I didn't get to get interviewed or anything like that, but the car was on there. I was on there a little bit. Jeremy was in the passenger seat of the car with me. So that was really, really cool. So wrapping it up, guys, plans for the car next year are really just get the car fine-tuned, you know, get the transmission tune dialed in, get the other tuning dialed in, maybe get our, you know, kill tune up a little bit and get a little more power for when I'm going to go out and wax all the McLarens and all these other guys that I need to beat, and when I'm going to go run my drag racing. But then after that, you know, it's going to be turn power down and run on a lot less boost and actually just make it manageable so that I can go run autocross, road course, and speed stop and do it well without just chasing my tail end around all the time. So that's the plan for the car next year, guys. Driver mod mostly, and then, you know, go and hit some events. LS Fest West in Vegas, if you guys haven't heard about it, you guys should definitely do that. If you have an LS or an LT motor car, you need to go do that. It is the coolest event ever. Not to knock Optima, because I do like Optima, but it is Optima plus some. You get to do autocross, road course, speed stop, and drag racing, and it's just a lot of fun. It is tons of fun, especially if you're a GM homer like me, because everybody down there is in GM stuff. There's all kinds of cars with GM engines in them, which is way cool. 240s and 350Zs and old Datsun trucks, and just you name it, it's down there with an LS in it. It's a lot of fun. So if that sounds like something you guys would be into, LS Fest West is the goods. Admission's only like $150 for a 2-day event to get to run 4 different events and to get on the Las Vegas Motor Speedway road course. So it can't be beat price-wise. It just can't. So we'll definitely do that. We're going to try as hard as we can to make an Optima event. Hopefully I get one of the guys that have parts on my car to maybe send me down there again. Detroit Speed was very gracious last year in sending me down. So if that could happen again, cool. And if not, maybe JDP gets a spot they can give me, whatever it might be. hopefully we can facilitate that one way or the other, because I would like to run Optima. I would love to get Lola on TV again and get her some more exposure, because like I've told you guys, I firmly believe that this is the baddest 6th gen Camaro on the planet sitting behind me. I know what's out there, and I follow everybody around on these channels, and I don't want to sound arrogant, because that's just not who I am, but I didn't build this car to be okay. I built this car to be the baddest 6th gen on the planet, and I really think we're a couple of small little adjustments away from having her there. So that's the plan for the car, guys. That's the plan for RedRacer video. I'm going to take you guys along the way for all of that, as well as all the little hood rat stuff we'll do around here and the other little shenanigans we might get ourselves into. So that's the plan. I hope you guys are excited by that, and I hope it's something you guys are going to want to stick around and watch. So thanks for watching. Thank you very much. I can't remember who it was. I keep telling myself I'm going to give them a shout out, and I keep being a major failure at life. But thank you for requesting this video. That was a very good idea, and it just kind of prompted me to just go through it and make the decision and decide what we were going to do. So that's the plan. I hope you guys are there with us. Once again, Jared, RedRacer video. We will catch you guys in the next one.